Hey, what's going on? Erik Cortina here. So you bought one of my tuners, tuner brakes, tuner adapters, any of my products. I'm going to show you how to install it. Let's go. The first thing you need to do is make sure your barrel or your rifle is perfectly level. And then you take your brake. This nut in the back is a self-timing nut, and I'll show you what that means. So first of all, make sure that nut is always shoulder against the brake. And then simply start installing the brake. Thread it onto your barrel until it shoulders. Right there. As you can see, it's not timed properly. So you want to back it off until it is, okay? And then slightly more. And at that point, you advance the nut to shoulder against the barrel, okay? So we've been adding some popsicle sticks. A couple of things you can do. You can stick these in the last port, or actually the first port. And then you can use these to tighten the brake. That works pretty good. But the other thing you can do is actually use these as a shim so that you don't mar the brake. So you take your wrench, adjustable or whatever. Adjustable is obviously easier. And you're gonna put a level right on that flat. And when we backed it off to level, and then slightly more. We shoulder that nut. You can put your level right here, and then just start advancing or start tightening your brake. Okay? Just keep going. You're gonna want it on here pretty good. Right there. And there you have it. Your brake is on, nice and tight, and level. On the tuner part, you're gonna get it, and it should be pretty snug, but if it's not, you want a little more than this. What you're looking for is you want this tuner for you to be able to move it by hand, but yet when you let go that it stays put even under recoil. So what I recommend is back the screw all the way off, get it on until it touches, and then go half a turn more. You do that on every screw. Okay? Okay, so do it on all three of them, and then you should be able to back it off. It's gonna take a little bit of pressure or a little bit of force to move it, but you'll be able to move it like this. And then when you tune, you're gonna start at 0, shoot a 3-shot group. If you're very confident about your abilities and your rifle, you can actually get away with 2 shots. But anyway, 3-shot group on 0, then you go to 2, do another 3-shot group, 4, 3-shot group, 6, 3-shot group, 8, 10. And if you haven't seen the groups, you should be able to see the groups depending on where your harmonics are. You're gonna start, and your groups may already be small, and they're gonna start getting bigger. That's okay, keep going, okay? And you want them to start shrinking again. Sometimes you start with big groups, and then if you keep going, they get smaller. That's what you're looking for, just keep going. If you get to 10 and you still haven't gotten there, keep going. Go to 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. People have asked me, how far can I go? Well, technically you can go as long as you don't have any threads left, or actually tension on the screw. So we're at 20 right now. That's 30. That's 40. 50. So you can go about 40 safely without losing tension on your brake or on your tuner. But you shouldn't have to go that far. I've never had anyone have to go that far. The farthest I've had anyone go, I think it's been around 16 or so. So within 2 revolutions or so, you should be able to find it. But anyway, once you find it, let's just say you had a group that shot really good at, let's say 6, you had a good group, and 8, you had another good group. What I recommend is that you split the 2 and you go to 7, okay? Shoot a confirmation group. If everything looks good, you can come in and just give it another quarter to half turn to those screws. What that's gonna do is obviously it's gonna keep it put. And the other thing it's gonna do is it's still going to allow you to turn it if you have to. You still can turn it. And that's what you want to do. This is meant to be a toolless design. So you want to have enough tension on here to where you can still turn it. If you're at a match, you're sighting in or anything, and you still want to be able to do this without tools, but yet hard enough that you can, you have to put some pressure on here to be able to turn it. So anyway, that's all there is to it. Now, to clean the brakes, leave the tuner set, take it off. I haven't tested this with, I haven't tested the nitride with carbon cleaners, but the stainless steel version, I use CLR. I just dunk it in CLR. It works fine. This one, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't tested it. So I guess find out what works and let me know. What if you have half 28 threads on your barrel? The smallest brake that we make at the moment is 5/8 24. Eventually we will make some half 28s, but if you have a 5/8 24 brake and half 28 threads, do not get one of these adapters. This is not for the muzzle brake, okay? You will need one of these adapters, and you can get these at Amazon. These are half 28 to 5/8 24 adapters. So what you do is you simply put this adapter on your half 28 barrel. You get it on here, it's got some flats on here, you get it on there really tight, and then you can install your brake just like I discussed earlier. Because now you just converted your half 28 threads to 5/8 24. Now, what are these adapters for? Well, if you have half 28, for example, a rimfire, and you want to add a tuner to it, that's what these adapters are for. You take a half 28 adapter. These are very popular with the rimfire guys. You put it on here. Of course, it's got flats. You take your wrench and you tighten it just like the other brake. And now you can add one of our taper tuners. We also offer these in straight contour where they don't have the taper, but these work perfect for this operation. So anyway, you have your rimfire with half 28. You get one of these adapters and you simply screw the tuner right on. It's going to come with screws. This one I took them out just so I could show you. And then you thread it all the way on, put a witness mark there, line it up to 0, and you put on your screws. You just, like I said, get them to where they touch and give it a half a turn on all of them. That's going to be pretty good. But that's all you have to do. And now you can add a tuner to your rimfire rifle. What if you want to add a tuner to a competition rifle? Let's just say it's your 5/8 24, but you want to add a tuner for, let's just say you want to try F-class or something where they don't allow muzzle brakes. Well, we offer these adapters in half 28, 5/8 24, 3/4 24, and even M18x1. So these adapters allow you to run a tuner on your already threaded barrel. So any buildup, any cleanup needs to be done only on the adapter and not on the tuner, because all the buildup's going to be in here. So that's why people use those adapters. So don't get these adapters confused thinking that's what you're going to need for your tuner brake. Now, if you want to run one of my tuners and a suppressor, let me show you how you can do that. You would have to have it machined like this. You have your gunsmith machine your barrel like this. So what it is, it's a tenon that's 2 inches, 50 thousandths long. Diameter is 800 for 1.3 inches. The rest of the way, it's 850/24 on the threads. And now you're able to put your tuner right on there. Easy tuner, same deal, put your screws on there. Put a witness mark over here. And then you're able to run your suppressor. All right, so now you can run suppressor with a tuner. If you have a competition barrel that you want to add a tuner to, then this is how you do it. Earlier I showed you some adapters that we have. So you can actually just thread the barrel 5/8 24, 3/4 24, M18x1, and or even if you have it half 28, you can add an adapter. Then you can add an easy tuner on top like this, right? Or if you don't want to run the adapter, then you have your barrel turned down, like I said, 2 inches long, 800 thousandths in diameter here for 1.3 inches. The rest of the way, 850/24, and then you can simply run your tuner right on top of that. If your barrel is less than 1.250 inch at the crown, you're gonna want a tapered easy tuner, and you can see why. This barrel is 1.250 inch, kind of looks funny. For those barrels, we make the original easy tuner. This one's not engraved, but you get the idea. Then you thread it on, same deal, everything's all the same. And then when you thread it on, it looks seamless, matches perfectly. So this is typically what we do for competition barrels. If they're 1.250 inch, we use the original easy tuner. If they're less than 1.250 inch, we use a tapered easy tuner. The taper is down to 1 inch, so you get an idea when to use it. If you have a barrel that's already threaded and you only want to run a tuner, then you can use the adapters. And obviously, if you have a barrel that's already threaded and you want to run a tuner brake, then I showed you how to do that. All right, so there you have it. Those are the products that we currently have, how to use them, how to install them, and when to use them. If you guys have additional questions, go to the website, send us an email, and also send us pictures of your groups. Let us know. I want to hear from you. Give me some feedback. Let me know about your small groups. If you're shooting groups smaller than you ever have since you started using my products, let me know. Also, if you're just absolutely happy with them, please, we like to hear from you. But sometimes things just don't go as planned. So if you aren't happy, let me know as well. I will make it right. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you so much for using my products. And until then, keep them centered. Bye-bye.